Well, see this huge slip in the bank? Whole bank's caved in right by the Ohio River. Mountain about this deep of water. My sifter's right there. I'm loading it up. There's fire rock in here. There's got to be artifacts of some kind here out on this. There's rock all laying in here. We'll see what's here. Spot. Look at this. I just washed this once. That's a lancet right there. See it? There's another beautiful flake, and that's all I've got to scream down. What is that? That's nothing. But I'll throw some of these rocks out. Take these flakes. See, I see glass too. See? Old, that's heavy. It feels like some kind of leaded crystal. There's old glass in here too, it looks like. There's a shard of a salt glazed crock with cobalt blue. There's another shard. There's all kinds of old pottery and stuff in here. Plus some flakes. I'm not seeing as many now. I kind of got off of it. I'll have to do some sifting around in here. Right there is a nice end scraper. I'm always happy to get one of these, and this one's shouldered. You can tell it's even kind of notched. You can tell that one was hafted, see? It's got the, that's a hafted one. Yeah, here's that first little scraper tool. You see that worked edge. Man, I found a bunch of these this year. It's not bad. Yeah, been finding a piece of this about every day. Look at that. There's another big piece of pottery. That's pretty thin. I don't see any tempering. We'll see. See, I let this all dry out. You can really see it good that it's dried out. Very thin in cross section, but some pieces, some layers could be flaked off, but I think that's just all the thinner it was. Kind of cool, huh? Really, just sturdy stuff. It just is. This right here. It's too bad there's another hematite spalling hammer. See, that's just half of it. I got other broken ones. We'll go see if we can't match it up on one. That'd be insane. Well, here's this. See, it would have been rounded the other way. But that's a hematite spalling hammer. Half of one. And you see, found other pieces of them. See, there's another section, but it could be, but there could be other sections missing. It looks a lot alike, and I found it in some, say, it looks pretty stinking close. Same size, but I think there's another piece missing, so it don't fit back together perfectly. Pieces are flaked off. I'd say it's the other half. I'm digging all, you know, just in, I'll show you how in this video at some point. I'll walk off the place I found everything in the past 70 days. But here's other ones from the same stretch. See, look at this one. And look at this one. See, a little piece missing. I was, you know, trying to, I always try all of that, but I looked at all of them, and I think those pieces are related. And see, there's another one. This stuff's awesome, isn't it? Well, from right here, I'll walk off the site I've been digging for the last 70 days. I kind of acted like I was moving around, but I didn't. I didn't want people messing with me because I was in a good spot. And I just came every day and dug it out. We're almost to the end. About right here. I sifted everything over the past 70 days. One shoreline. You can see why I say all the stuff's related. It's just off the same site. I've dug it all. Give you a cross section of the archaeology right here on this bank. And see that area I just walked off. In the past 70 days, I found all of this stuff, and this isn't even close to being all of it. There's another frame of real high-quality artifacts in here. There's all the hematite, and just where I walked off there, found all this stuff. Remember these black hopewell points right here, and the tan one. I'll show you one later in the video I found right there like 5 years ago that'll go right with these. That's the kind of archaeology I'm into. Looking one small area and taking everything and then looking at it all and putting it in groups where it belongs. That's what I'm doing. And then you tack on what I walked off If I'd have walked 30 yards farther, if even 30 yards, I found all this stuff in the next little section right up the shore last summer. Insane stuff. I'll put a few videos up at the end of this one of some of the craziest, best finds last summer. Folks, it's been slow going, but I saw this flash. I was just screening this down. I'm in a good spot. Look at that. I hope this is whole. It looks like a Flint Ridge Kirk or something. Oh. Well, you see, the water's been up. That's why I haven't been putting on any videos. I could have. I found lots of stuff. I mean, a whole frame full of brokes and tools. I'll show you selective clips, but nothing nice. And let's start going here. This looks nice. See the tip of it right there. There's another flake right there. Oh, flakes. It's a little off regular base, but that's pretty nice. Would be real awesome if the base was all there, but still, hold on. You know, I'd say this is a real old Atto dart. I'd say it's some kind of Kirk stemmed, like, see, and it's, see how it has that red color? I was looking at it. Right there's the cortex of the river cobble. It's been fired, and that's heat damage. It's heat, fire popped apart, but that's still a beauty. And I'll see here, I found another point right in there, and I thought it was a flake I had in my pocket. Sometimes that happens when you get in. Look at this. This is going towards the base and maybe the notch, and see it would have come down, but look at the thinness on that, and look at that material. That's probably a little Kirk corner notch too. Atto dart. Look at that. Oh, goodness. It's a shame that's broke. Boy, I found some heartbreakers in this one, didn't I? Feel like I just have a shot at finding something nice, and I would have had it right here. Oh, that would have been one smoker Amos point right there. Look at, oh, too bad. Yeah, that's a little Amos made a river cobble chert, and I'd say it's shot and impacted, and that's just what you're left with. It's a shame that's busted. Would have been a weak maker for sure. Probably had a needle tip. Wow. Really? Ground base. See the grinding? It's really smooth. Test screens all over the place, and I moved from several spots. I'm just now in a place that I feel I can see there's another lancet, and it's got use. You can see how it's got the dorsal ridge. It's an archaic lancet. I'm gonna start finding stuff. Right here's another point. It's got a little impact. Here's another one. See, I'd say this is another Amos too. See the like nice edgework serrations, kind of the barb. It's kind of a rough one, and it's impacted, like, see. It's got the damaged tip too. Not as nice as that last one, but still, you know, it'd have been nice with a tip on it. Since I was showing you them little points, see, here's another broken piece, and you know, stuff like this I usually just don't film, but this is something. See, it's all worked. It's got working all on that side. It's just broke. Maybe it's a little scraper of some kind, I don't know, but it would have been nice. It's red and white, real high quality chert, and I found, you know, 100 things like this. You can't believe the quantity. It's just hard to find real nice perfect points every trip, and that's why I'm showing you all this stuff every trip. It's just as many artifacts as I want if I'm counting stuff like this. With these gloves on and the skin diving top and the chest waders, I'm not cold at all. Well, see this was a huge cobble. This is just a corner off of it, and it's Brush Creek material. See all the beast balls taken off. Now look here around it. This is all stuff found right off around it, made out of the same block. And see, this point here has a crystal tip. Several of the other ones do, but it's a vein in this, and it matches up. See, it's made right out of that. And them places that I'm digging, see, here's one of the Amos knives with the beveled edge, see, made out of it. It's beautiful. All of these, look at these smokers. Look at this one. Crystal tip too. It's like the napper made the points with the vein of crystal as the tip. Man, this stuff's sick, isn't it? Look at it. Look at this. Look at this smoker. And you know, this is from digging, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 years ago I found this stuff on the same shoreline as I'm on now, just down a little further, wiped it out, dug all this stuff, and it was all laying right where it was left. The shores on the river are like a lake. It gets eroded and just doesn't really get dispersed by running water. It's just like a lake shore, so you see what you can find. Let's see, I didn't show you this one. There's another one of them Amos knives, say, the bevel. This is the whole toolkit. Sifted it. Even have the little flakes. Some of them, and here, you know, some of them you can match up on the core. See, end scrapers. I have some lancets too. I have some more stuff to go with this, but it's just one whole toolkit there. See that? I just found some Hopewell points. And this one came from there 5 years ago. So that's the first one. So I have another one to go with those 3 I found this year. That's awesome, isn't it? And remember this weird thing? The dual tip drill is what I was calling it. Look at the translucency. And I found it on that same shoreline I've been on. And I'd say that's a real weird hafted shaft scraper. Right where I found all these ones, and you see, it'd be perfect. I'd say it's what it is, don't you think? It's even got the wear like it is. Right in here, like you can feel it. It's been going up and down that addle shaft. It's real. You can see the offset there. That's where it was. This is awesome, huh? To go with these other ones, I'd say this is the most unique hafted shaft scraper ever. It's just a weird one. Man, you saw that spalling hammer in this one. This is the nicest. This is a stone one, a blue stone one. Look at, that's all from napping. Look how beautiful this one is. I sifted this one like 5 years ago. That's the nicest bluestone hammer I have. It'd look nice with those hematite ones, huh? And see, here's another bluestone one, similar, just doesn't completely have the rounded shape. Found this one real recently in this past run. Beautiful artifact. And look how much of it there. Look at all the bluestone choppers and stuff. You see, when you stay in places like that, you see what these cultures were really using. The one I just showed you fits in with all these, and these are right off that same place I walked off. Well, I'm out here, folks, with my big buddy. I'm back from the river, and the dog bubby's out here too. Squirrel wrangler. Squirrel man's going crazy. See if we can't get some squirrel noises here for you before we go in. You gonna talk a little? Huh? You gonna talk for him? Huh? Squirrel noises? See this? When I ride in, Squirrel Man rides in on my shoulder. He's top squirrel up on top.